Saram. I've been asked just to, if you put on my slide, I'll just take a brief moment and go over just the highlights of my presentation. It's mostly redundant. It's Brother Alex is already. See, everything's perfect, right? Swami has said multiple times, everything is perfect. You can't get it to work. Okay, I could just talk about there's an initiative that I'd like all of you to know about, and that is what are called knowledge teams and action teams. And we as officers can only do so much. We need your help. We need your help with some of the real needs of our region, and if it works in our region, other regions will be interested as well. So what we're looking at is to put together teams made up of you to address issues that our region faces, okay? So knowledge and action teams, here we are. If you can go back one, keep going, one more back. Well, here's motivating others to perform service. This is good. Include children in service activities whenever possible. By the way, as part of SSE class, take the kids. They love the kids. They'll drag their parents next time. So if you want parents to do more Seva, get the kids involved. Kids love it. YAs are absolutely beautiful. They are perfect. They have so much energy, and they're fun to work with. Get the YAs to lead some of the service activities. Okay, trip reports, like I said, the week after, while everything's still fresh, get people to show some of the slides at the center meeting and say how much fun we had at that, and say, oh, by the way, anybody who's interested in doing that, meet me in the back corner after satsang, and we'll talk about it. We got one planned for next week. And carpooling, help people get there. Mentoring in a lot of things, people don't want to get stuck in the service. They say they would like to try it out, but they're going to be forced to continue. So instead, let them try it out, these different types of seva, without any commitments, and see which ones they like. And usually they do like some of them, and they will continue. Okay, next slide. I got it, I think. I'll let you get it. I have no idea what I'm doing with that one. Okay, so back to the knowledge and action teams. So we need to develop a new way to address needs. As I said, the regional officers can't do it all. Everybody's busy. So instead, we're looking for volunteers to serve on these knowledge and action teams. And they're designed to address specific needs. It's very important that everyone's views. Now, how many here, now I know this never occurs in your areas where people might disagree on how Swami wants us to do things. Never happens, right? And yet they're all beautiful people. They're all beautiful souls. So it's important that we get these people together to work things out, because we want to proceed, because that's a block we can't get beyond. So it's very important to make sure multiple views are represented on these teams. The teams will have a facilitator and a secretary, but no head, right? It's like Camelot in the round table. Everybody is equal. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so yeah, it's the back one. So it's the study circle style where everybody has their input, and you're not allowed to criticize what anyone has said, okay? We want to maximize participation in these knowledge teams, and the results of what the knowledge team comes up with and how to address any particular problem will then be presented to the regional officers, okay? And or the center officers, whatever, to get the work done. So let's talk about some specific ones now. Okay. Making centers attractive to visitors from all walks of life. Swami, as Brother Alex just said, who's the most important person in the center? The new visitor, right? The new person who's never been there before, who's just come in for the first time. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in centers, a new person has come in, They look in and they go, uh-oh, this isn't for me, and they walk. They never show up again. How do we change that? You know, our Swami has told us repeatedly to make our centers attractive to people from all walks of life. So that needs to be discussed. A member needs inventory and member skills inventory. Okay, this is very, I'll talk about that more in a moment. Environmental and conservation. We had a wonderful talk on that. Thank you so much, Regina. We need environmental service. It needs to be done. And so would you be willing to head up a knowledge team on that? That we get people to talk about what we can do and help make recommendations to centers. Okay. SSE to YA and YA to adult facilitation. SSE students, SSE 4 students that are graduating SSE and going into college, whoa, away from home for the first time, right? No parents, no controls. Yay, the kids say. But then sometimes, if they've been grown up in a sheltered way, they have no clue what's about to hit them in terms of academics, in terms of temptations and challenges that are in college, and sometimes they get into trouble, okay? So we need to help these SSE 4 kids that are graduating know what they're in for and know what to do, how to support Swami's teachings and live these teachings. They've been through SSE 4, they're good and they're strong, but they need to know what they're up against so they can work with it correctly and be resistant. So we would like to have YAs that are close in age to them that have been through college counsel these kids. And this is a very important need. There have been a few disasters with kids. There have been suicides because the kids were not ready. They didn't know what was going to happen to them. They got in trouble. And one of the most important things that these kids have to know, it's okay to make mistakes, and we all do. We all have, and we've survived them. We're still here. Okay. So anyway, increasing member engagement, what we were just talking about, how to motivate people to do seva, how to motivate people to take part in center activities, how to motivate people to even be officers in centers or in the region. We need help. Website and social media. Srijit does a wonderful job with the website and Aparna, but we need help. We need more volunteers. And I know there's no IT people in the Sai organization, right? Oh, well then. So we should have lots of people volunteering with this to help. Next slide, please. Okay, cultural respect. Swami wants so much for us to be open to all religions, right? That's what the whole Sarva Dharma symbol is about. How do we make it, once again, centers open to people from all religions, all walks of life, and particularly with culture values. We see where people, the older generation that grew up in India, has a very set, oh, Swami does it this way, we do it this way, the kids are not allowed to do this or that. And the kids that are growing up in America with all their friends and peers, what do you mean? I'm going out. I'm going dating. And there's this clash. So how do we deal with that? What's important is teaching Swami's values through SSE and so forth. But we need a team. We need a knowledge team to address these things. All these things need teams made up of you and your center's people to talk about these things and come up with recommendations of how do we actually deal with them. One way that I like with this is celebrating various ethnic backgrounds. Look at all the different types of dance. Look at the different types of foods. I like to eat, you can tell. So, Greek food, Russian food. India has such a variety of wonderful foods and so forth. And let all the different cultures experience the other foods, the other's music, the other's dance, and so forth, and bring these people together, bridge these different cultures. Okay, next slide. Okay, emergency preparedness and disaster response. I'm not interested in emergency preparedness, right? If you saw my table downstairs. We cannot serve others if we need to be served in an emergency or disaster. We can't rescue others if we need to be rescued. Be prepared. And if you want to talk to me afterwards or whatever, that's fine too. So, but as part of this, we want a rapid response team. And we need to put together a knowledge team of how to put this together, who wants to serve on it. So when there's a disaster, we're ready to go. We don't have to get on the phone and say, hey, would you be interested in this or that? But let's get an inventory of all the different members' skills and what you would like to participate in terms of your abilities to do different types of seva. What is your work experience, your expertise? We got a lot of doctors. You know, what different medical specialties are you willing to do medical seva? And let's get this huge inventory, this resource of skills that are available. And that way, when there's an emergency or a disaster, we know who we can ask to come. It's not just blindly reaching out. And then also communication with disaster response opportunities. But we need a team to work on this and put this all together, how to make it work. Okay, devotee assistance program. We're really good at serving others, right? Serving others in disasters, serving others who need help, the poor, the homeless. But you know what? Some of our own devotees go through those same problems. We had one devotee who almost lost their home. It was going to be repossessed. Okay? That should not be happening to our people, to our own members. We have members going through medical crises because they don't know where to turn. That shouldn't be happening. So let's put together a devotee assistance program. We need a team to work on this, where we've set up like a telephone tree. If anyone in need can call this one number and say, listen, I got this problem, and the person on the line says, I got the person you can talk to. Whether it's financial problems, medical problems, hospice, disaster, you know, whatever it is, crime, whatever, it doesn't matter. They will know who to call, what devotee within the region has that expertise, and put them in touch with that person. And then that person wouldn't necessarily solve the person's problem, but they have enough knowledge to show the person where to go. There are a lot of government programs, state programs, local government programs out there that address all these things, but no one knows about them. So I need someone to put together this whole system of telephone tree and experts, all tied into the skills inventory and everything, so we can help our own people, our own devotees, okay? But I need somebody to take ownership of that. Now, is Dr. Bhavani here? He's not here, okay. Because I know he was also interested, so he will be helping with this if you will volunteer. So just send me an email or let me know. Next. Okay, yes. This is what I was just going through. So basically setting up a call center where we could have a number anyone in any type of need can call, including kids. You know, like these college kids who get into trouble. Not that I was ever in trouble in college. I get news for you. I used to be a hippie. I used to be a hippie with all that means. That picture, I don't have to take pictures. So anyway, next slide. So that's it. Any questions? Sure. There's lots of, yes. That's what I need the team to come up with.
What was the question?
Can you repeat
Can we use Google Forms or something to put together the skills inventory and some of these things? And I said, sure, but that's what I'm looking for you to form these teams to address these things. Okay? So how many of you would be interested in serving on, you know, one or more of these teams? And by the way, I have a long list of possible knowledge and action teams, and I'll distribute that to all of you, and anyone who's willing to serve on a team, or even better yet, lead a team, that would be wonderful. And this is great seva that you would be doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions? Thank you.
Thank you, and I apologize that we could not take up all the questions for the panel discussion due to lack of time, but I'll try to put together the questions and send it to Brother Alex, and hopefully he can send back the answers, and I can share it with all the members who have registered. I have the email, so I can say. Brother Mahesh, you want to say a couple of words?
So just with our most humble pranams to Swami. There's nothing more befitting to have this wonderful mini service retreat in a Sarva Dharma service center. With such wonderful people. It's the first time it is ever done. It is a true moment of celebration in terms of connecting a service mini retreat and a service center. On behalf of all the brothers and sisters who are, managing this building as guardians of this building, we are temporary guardians of this building that Swami has appointed. We want to really thank all of you for coming and really making this such a wonderful place today. We also wanted to, really drill this into everyone's heads. This place belongs to every one of us. This is our home, your home. And I hope today you felt that way, being here. So as we leave outside, I also want to mention there are photos of Swami's, wonderful pictures of Swami with frames, all free for all of you to take. Just check them out and see if you like anything. Kindly take them. Also, there are books out there. I think with that.
Also, food to take home.
Food prasadam is there. Yeah,
and we have beautiful Swami's 3D pictures inside the prasadam, the round boxes. So please don't,
Yeah.
when you throw out the bags, please make sure that you got the picture.
Yeah. And we also want to mention that some of the people, Swami's devotees or non-devotees, it doesn't matter. They have been using this place for private events as well. And we don't specify any price on this. We never ask for any money here. So it's up to them, whatever they would like to do. But this is available for private use as well, for conducting any holy events. There was a wedding celebration that happened right where you're sitting here. 250 people packed with, it's a private wedding, altar covered up, the mandap in the front. So just as an example, pujas and all kinds of celebrations, birthday celebrations and everything. So it's 11,000 square foot building. So please, sorry?
Thank you.
Okay. So it's open for private events as well. Thank you so much.
Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace on earth. Peace, peace, peace. For all the universe. For all the universe. For all the universe. Jai Bolo Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai. Paramam Pavitram Baba Vibhutim. Paramam Vichitram Leela Vibhutim. Paramartha Ishtartha Moksha Pradhanam. Baba Vibhutim Idamashayami. Sacred ash miraculous Baba's creation, flowing from his blessed hand, holy creation, granting us the greatest wealth, God's divine protection. Beloved Baba, grant us liberation. Beloved Baba,